This is an American infantry soldier who fights the enemy in close-range combat, using weapons and equipment to destroy enemy ground forces. This job is typically considered to be the job in the military that is more physically demanding and psychologically stressful than any other job. The United States Army Infantry Branch was established on June 14, 1775, and is the oldest branch in the Army, represented on their berets by two crossed gold-colored muskets. Their tactical patch is the blue infantry cord or the distinctive "Follow Me" emblem. The basic soldier earns a salary of $2,126 a month as of late 2024. But service members deployed in combat zones or facing hazardous duties are eligible for $225 to $400 additional pay per month. Combat pay, known as hostile fire pay, depends on the level of danger faced. Additionally, common benefits a U.S. infantry soldiers get are Social Security, health care, 401k pension, and disability time off. At the same time, Russian soldiers get 71,419 rubles equivalent to $756 per month, which increased to 160,000 rubles after the Ukraine war. The basic combat unit of the U.S. infantry is the 9-man squad made from 2 fire teams. Each squad is mounted in an infantry squad vehicle. As for the squad, each has a squad leader, usually a staff sergeant, 2 team leaders, out of 5 riflemen, 2 grenadiers, and 1 or 2 automatic riflemen who carry the squad's automatic weapon. The U.S. Army's standard service weapon is the M4 carbine or M16, depending on the unit. The squad composition may include 1 or more M249 squad automatic weapons, serving as the squad's light machine gun, and M203 grenade launchers attached to the M4 rifles for grenadiers. Additionally, designated marksmen may be equipped with rifles such as the M14 Enhanced Battle Rifle or the M110 semi-automatic sniper system for enhanced long-range capabilities. A typical U.S. infantry squad may also integrate specialized equipment such as Javelin anti-tank missile systems or disposable anti-tank weapons like the AT-4. Other assets, such as claymore mines or hand grenades, may be distributed among squad members as needed for specific missions. A U.S. rifle platoons normally consist of a small platoon headquarters and 4 squads, out of which 3 rifle squads and 1 weapon squad. The headquarters consists of a platoon leader, usually a lieutenant, a platoon sergeant as second in command, a radio telephone operator, a platoon forward observer, the radio telephone operator of the platoon forward observer, and the platoon medic. The rifle squads each consist of 2 fire teams and a squad leader, while the weapons squad of infantry platoon is divided into 2 M240 machine gun teams, 2 close combat missile teams armed with javelin missiles, and a squad leader. A platoon is typically the lowest combat team where we see support and service elements as signals and medical personnel. As far as signals, platoons often have a radio operator or signaler. In terms of medical support, platoons will often have combat medics attached to platoon headquarters. Other than dedicated medics, platoons often have combat lifesavers or CLS in their squads. These are regular soldiers who receive slightly more advanced medical training than other team members to slow the deterioration of a wounded soldier's condition until medical personnel can treat them. Each U.S. rifle company consists of a headquarters, 3 rifle platoons, and a 4th platoon known as a weapons platoon. The weapons platoon, often referred to as the 4th platoon, typically provides heavy weapons support to the company and includes mortar, anti-armor, and heavy machine guns organically. The mortar section consisted of 6 enlisted soldiers operating 2 60mm mortars. They are supported by logistical assets such as the M1083 standard cargo truck. The company headquarters, led by a captain, includes forward signal support and 2 radio telephone operators, utilizing vehicles like the Oshkosh MATV mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicle and the M1165A1 HMMVW. Company is the smallest tactical-sized unit that can perform a battlefield function on its own during its marches. The logistical backbone is maintained by the M1083 standard cargo truck, capable of towing a 400 or 800-gallon water tank, ensuring the company's operational readiness and sustainability on the battlefield. Medical support is also attached to the company headquarters. This makes total soldiers up to 200 per U.S. Rifle Infantry Company. One level above, the U.S. Infantry Battalion has 4 to 6 infantry companies and a battalion headquarters. Weapons Company providing additional firepower with 6 M240B machine guns for sustained fire support, 6 Javelin missile systems for anti-tank capabilities, 6 M224 60mm mortars for indirect fire support, An infantry battalion will have supporting it a mortar battery with 6 120mm mortars, automatic grenade launcher platoon with 6 Malawian Quachas 19 automatic grenade launchers, an anti-tank platoon with 4 tow recoilless, an anti-aircraft missile platoon with 9 FIM-92 Stinger manpads for short-range air defense, reconnaissance platoon with 2 Humvees and 1 RQ-11 Raven UAV for aerial reconnaissance, engineering and sapper platoon, signals platoon, supply company, and battalion medical center. In the supply company, 48 personnel men, 8 cargo trucks, 6 fuel tanker trucks, 1 water tanker, 4 mobile kitchen trailers, different types of mobile repair shops, and 1 M88A2 Hercules armored recovery vehicle. The battalion as a whole has around 1,000 soldiers and around 45 IFVs, in addition to other supporting vehicles. These battalions fight as battalion tactical groups reinforced with assets from their parent brigades. The brigade usually has 2 to 3 battalions and anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 soldiers. A colonel is generally in command. In 2016, the Army reorganized its brigades into brigade combat teams, which are autonomous modular brigades that most commonly include one combat arms brigade and its assigned support and fire units. Supporting these maneuvers battalion is a brigade battalion group, includes a control and recon battery. Typically, there would be 1 artillery battalion providing artillery support to the brigade. This artillery battalion would include multiple firing batteries equipped with various artillery systems, such as howitzers M777 or M109A6 and rocket artillery systems HIMARS. An anti-tank battalion armed with TOW or Javelin anti-tank missile and ADGM. Brigade also have anti-aircraft missile battalion as standard as well as smaller subunits. These include engineer maintenance and logistics battalion, sniper, electronic warfare, radar, NBC defense, signals, and medical companies, and a security platoon providing security to brigade command posts. The U.S. Infantry Division is a formidable force led by a major general. This division typically comprises 3 to 4 infantry brigades. These battalions are the core of the division's ground combat forces and include specialized units such as mortar batteries, anti-tank platoons, and reconnaissance teams. Supporting elements within the division include an artillery brigade providing fire support with various artillery systems, including multiple howitzers and rocket launchers, an engineer battalion handling mobility and survivability, a signal battalion ensuring effective communication, a logistics support brigade managing transportation and supply, an aviation brigade offering air support and reconnaissance which includes unmanned aerial vehicles, an armored brigade deploying armored personnel, carriers or infantry fighting vehicles for troop transport and fire support, and a special troops battalion providing specialized support such as military intelligence, military police, chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear defense. Trained and equipped for a range of combat operations, the U.S. Rifle Infantry Division operates independently or as part of larger joint or multinational operations, capable of fulfilling diverse mission requirements in different environments as directed by higher command. At the highest level, there are strategic groups like Corps, Field Army, and Army groups are administratively under 6 geographically based operational commands. However, these operational commands have been known to task-organize intermediary operational tactical groups to tighten command and control for certain areas. For example, on January 17th, General Norman Schwarzkopf took command of coalition troops in Operation Desert Storm, was a 42-day military operation that took place from January 17, 1991 to February 28, 1991. It was the second phase of the Gulf War, which was an armed conflict between Iraq and American-led a 42-country military coalition that liberated Kuwait from Iraq in 1991. That was the last time a multiple-corps army took the field was 3rd Army directing 7 and 18 Corps. Except to all of these the Army region which only used in times of large-scale war, such as World War II. They usually consist of 3 or more field armies, with about 1 million to 3 million soldiers. They're generally headed by a 4- or 5-star general.